there were many variants version of the Quran. Version means people thought their own notes to be the real Quran. And when Islam spread, people did not know which was the real Quran. So at that time, whatever the compiled copy was there, when Hazrat Abu Bakr, may Allah be pleased with him, during these scribes, it was then in the hand of the wife of Prophet, Hazrat Hafsa, may Allah be pleased with her. And then Uthman ordered that copy, may Allah be pleased with him, and had a replication so that it could be sent to different parts of the world. And then he said, whatever copy you have, whether right or wrong, you burn it. Because that hasn't been verified. Hazrat Uthman, may Allah be pleased with him, he said, all the other copies should be burned. That does not mean there was variant Quran. There was one Quran that was revealed. But people, when they wrote with their own notes, there were differences. So that's the reason now one of those copies is even today present in Koptaki Museum in Istanbul. So this, and if we check it with today's Musaf, it is exactly the same. Word to word, letter to letter. Now, one of those copies is even today present in Koptaki Museum in Istanbul. So this, and if we check it with today's Musaf, it is exactly the same. Word to word, letter to letter.
The revelation was given in the dialect of the Quraysh, the family, the tribe of Muhammad, and that pronunciation should be preserved. So every other pronunciation with different vowel points, it says eliminate them. And that one that was done by Uthman is preserved in the museum, in the Topkapi Museum in Istanbul, that is in Turkey. And that one that was done by Uthman is preserved in the museum, in the Topkapi Museum in Istanbul, that is in Turkey.
So we still have, according to many experts in the field, we still have 2 or 3 of those original manuscripts existing that was compiled in the time of Uthman ibn Affan, which is only 20 years after the death of the Prophet Muhammad. You can go anywhere in the world today and you can take a copy of the Quran and you can compare it with Qurans anywhere, and you can go back in history 300, 400, 500 years, and you can compare those Qur'ans then with the Qur'ans that we have today, and you will not find they are different. Not by a word, not by a letter. So this is a fact. This is a fact. And we have agreed upon one single text of the Qur'an for 1,400 years. We still have 2 or 3 of those original manuscripts existing that was compiled in the time of Uthman ibn Affan.
I can pull out this Quran, this one, and the Arabic is all the same. Okay?
What you need to understand is many Muslims have been taught that there is no copying error in the history of the Quran. And here on the screen right now, we have just one page from the Al-Mushaf al-Sharif, the Topkapi manuscript published in Turkey in 2007. And if it's too small to see, the title is Table Showing the Differences Between the Mushafs of Caliph Uthman and the Mushafs of Topkapi and Tashkent. You can see this is the beginning, sort of slow movement toward a critical edition where you list where the variants are. But this is not published by Christians.
Right.
This is published by Islamic scholars in Turkey. And this is just one page of a number of pages that show the differences at various points in these various surahs and ayahs between these major manuscripts. The large majority of Muslims with whom I speak immediately say, no, could never have happened, there's never been a difference, there's never been a variant, even when you can show them in their own documents. Well, there it is right in front of you. What do you do with that?
That what Dr. White is telling you is based on your own sources. He's not making it up. So that these variant readings are admitted by Muslims, not Orientalists or Christians and Jews who hate Muslims, you know, Islamophobes.
What's the reference?
They're facts admitted by the Muslims. Now imagine that was the Bible, Dr. White. The Muslims would laugh at us and say, you guys are so pathetic. You really need Allah to guide you. If you still believe the Bible is the Word of God in light of its history, then I don't know what to tell you.
Right.
Well, now when it comes to the Quran, well, that's the miracle. This is a miracle, you see. This is how Allah preserved it. So,
Dr. White being here, inconsistency is the sign of a failed argument.